Okay, Jen the Liberty Lion. This is from Towards a Theatrical Jurisprudence. And I'm going to start reading page 20, but this is actually starting on page 16, The Idol of the Theater. So down in one of the footnotes, he defines a couple words. He defines play and drama. He says the terms play and drama haven't yet been defined. They can be one and the same, but drama tends to denote serious subject matter or material that seeks to instruct or provide guidance. Drama is etymologically tied to the word action. So when I read this, I'm thinking acts passed by Congress, and then actions are the things that come after the enacting clause. So you have the enacting clause, which is an act, and then you have after that the actions that are supposed to take place and who's supposed to perform them. So he said drama is etymologically tied to the word action and is grounded in Aristotle's Poetics, which sets out rules for drama as tragedy in connection with subject matter and structure. Plays generally refer to a script or story to be displayed or played. Further consideration of Aristotelian drama and aspects of play as apposite, which means relating to, law, will be taken up in the next chapter. I'm going to read that again, but faster this time. So, the term play and drama haven't been yet defined. They can be one and the same, but drama tends to denote serious subject matter or material that seeks to instruct or provide guidance. Drama is etymologically tied to the word action and is grounded in Aristotle's Poetics, which sets out rules for drama as tragedy in connection with subject matter and structure. Plays generally refer to a script or story to be displayed or played. Further consideration of Aristotelian drama and aspects of play as apposite to law will be taken up in the next chapter. So he's talking about plays and drama, and plays have to do with scripts or stories, which in my mind evokes this idea, which I have read in one of my books, how the police have scripts when they stop you. They say driver's license, proof of insurance, do you know this, and do you know why I stopped you? Those are all scripts. The judge has a script that he reads to the juries. They have a script when they read a verdict. So there's a lot of scripts in law, and so those are like plays. Whereas he says drama, tied to the word action, is connected to tragedy and sets out the rules. And so that in my mind sets out a different type of like law, like the acts. So you have the acts and then you have the scripts. So you have the drama and then you have them playing the drama. So Congress passes an act. The things that are supposed to be done are within the act part, the action part, or the drama part, and then the body of the law. And then you have these people who are acting it out. They are playing, they are players, as Austin says that if a bunch of kids are playing a game and one kid says, well, I'm not playing, then he's non-played. And then he relates that back to playing the performances, which the acts and the plays, the drama, the theater, it's all a performance, which he calls performatives. So these performatives they have like a writing of which the actors are to follow. And the actors each have their own script that they're supposed to say, and the laws are the drama, which are the acts. And then the action is in the body of the law, and then the people who are acting the part are reading the scripts. Okay, so he goes back to, and he talks a lot about Bacon in this chapter, and we're talking about Sir Francis Bacon, who was a jurist, but in a monarchy system. So when we go back and we read some of the old stuff, we need to make sure that we understand that some writers are writing from the position of a single power, like a monarchy, where others like Story are writing from the position of a republic. But then there's, of course, different biases about what a republic is, and a republic and a commonwealth are the same thing. So he's talking about certain reports, and these reports, he says, he's talking about law reports that Bacon either agrees with or disagrees with. And he says, his reports now contained an account of the facts of the case, as well as the principles of law. And unlike the yearbooks, which are different types of law reports, were contemporaneous accounts of what happened. They also read as play, and as play found their way into theater. So the entire thing, the entire act, the body of the law, the players, the scripts, it's all theater. And so when we're talking about theater, we're talking about John Austen's How to Do Things with Words, where he calls them performances. And performances happen in a theater. So an act, along with the whole situation, or we talked about situs, a situation where it occurs, who are the players, who's writing it, who has the authority to write it. The whole thing is what he calls a performance, or they're performatives. And each player in the act passed by Congress has certain parts. So the president might have a part, and he uses words that are exercitives. Judges use words that are verdicts, and it's an entire system. So one act can be an entire system of a play, an entire play of its own. And then another act is a different play of its own, and it may require different exercitives to be said, different redictives to be said, different behabitives to be done or said. So this is what I'm seeing in my head when I'm reading this. So he also says, drama is complicated by its relationship with theater, for theater is a danger to reason. Okay, so we're all just kind of playing along and we're not really thinking. Okay, so one of the things that I talk about is how the federal laws apply on the federal lands, because land is a situs, and whatever situs it is, whoever has authority over it, they make the laws for it. So if you're not on federal lands, those federal laws don't apply to you. And if you're not a federal person, those federal laws don't apply to you. Now there's exceptions, such as when, let's say, a military person is coming off a military post and they're traveling on orders from one place to the next, they're still considered military and under federal jurisdiction. There's other particular situations, and I don't want to cloud all this up with those kind of things, but Bacon later realized, and in De Augmentis found a way to decouple drama from theater, to save it from its evil twin, and to warn of the dangers that follow when the reason is corrupted by action, both on the stage and in the company of others. Theater is action, and action is an inferior state of being. So it will inevitably corrupt minds, something which Bacon, echoing Plato in his discussion of poetry in De Augmentis, reminded that the active world is inferior to the rational mind. Okay, so this was just something I came across in here and I thought it was really interesting, and he actually defined theater and play as related to words and acts, and that kind of goes along with Austin's how to do things with words that we were talking about in other videos. So like, share, subscribe, and of course I'll be coming out with more stuff soon.